into halftime. My best years are behind me. Nobody knows what to do with a 50-year-old housewife trying to re-enter the workforce. I can't make it past the human resources department because they have no idea what to do with me. I feel worthless. I focused on my career and never married or had children. Now that my career is ending, I feel completely lost. Who am I? I'm ready for more, but I don't know where to even begin to find it. I want to work, but I feel like the world has passed me by. I loved raising my children and volunteering at church, but those things did not prepare me for my second half. I feel like God is finished with me. If you resonate with any of these statements, chances are you are in a place we call halftime, a disorienting midlife transition for which no one prepared you. What was most significant in your first half of life either no longer fits or no longer even exists. The children you raised have left the nest or soon will. The career or volunteer work that once gave you fulfillment and significance no longer brings you joy. A foundational relationship that once gave you a sense of identity or belonging ended in divorce, death, or relational breakdown. Or it may be that you simply have a gnawing sense that something is missing in your life. Whatever the road that led you to halftime, the daunting question is, what now? Our promise to you is that there is an answer to that question, one that is as unique as you are. As challenging as it may seem right now, your halftime season is actually a gift, a time to discover a new source of energy and significance for your next season. Just as sports teams take a halftime break to regroup in the locker room and strategize with their coach, your midlife transition is a time to pause and strategize for a winning second half. We can promise that there is a way through the disorientation of midlife because we both have navigated our own halftime crises and we both have discovered new callings on the other side. Based on our experiences, as well as those of many other women we've coached, we wrote Women at Halftime to walk you through a tried and true process for getting unstuck and finding renewed joy and purpose in your second half. The unique challenges of women at midlife. It is likely no surprise to you that midlife is full of unique challenges for women. These include navigating changes in family, relationships, balancing work and personal life, rediscovering self, securing enough resources, coping with loss and transition, managing health problems, and dealing with menopause. However, what you may not know is that midlife and menopause themselves are relatively recent experiences for women. Dr. Lou Ann Brizendine, author of The Female Brain, points out that a century ago, menopause was rare because the life expectancy of women in the United States was 49. 2 years before the average woman begins to experience menopause. Today, life expectancy for women in the U.S. is just over 80 years, which means most of us will live decades after ending our menstrual cycles. It also means that empty nesting and the need to plan for the years after menopause are, historically speaking, recent challenges for women. Which helps explain in part why science, psychology, culture, and the church have largely failed to catch up with this reality. Today, as millions of us approach and live beyond this once rare female transition, there are relatively few resources available to help us navigate the unique challenges we face. Researchers on the topic admit, we remain relatively uninformed about the unique experiences of midlife women. Given the recognition of midlife as a stage of the lifespan in which important transitions occur, it is surprising that little attention has been focused on understanding the consequences of stress and women's mental health. As seen in research on other portions of the lifespan,